Hexagram number 48. The well. Don't remain locked in a conventional view of the way things work. The well represents the Ching as a source of universal truth and nourishment, and a way of gaining access through one's deeper nature to universal truth. Even after thousands of years, the I Ching is a good well, making inner truth accessible to all who draw from it. Whether we are able to use and understand its counsel depends on our state of mind. If we come to confirm wrong ideas, we come to shoot fish rather than to drink from the well's pure water. If we ask it frivolous questions, frivolous things, we drink from the mud of the well. Sometimes our effort is half-hearted or insincere or infected with doubt, and it is said that the rope does not reach down far enough. When we distrust the I Ching's counsel, the jug, our inner container for nourishment, is said to be cracked and lets water out. If we ignore its counsel, we fail to drink the water and so do not obtain its benefits. We sometimes receive this hexagram when we are not really interested in following the I Ching's advice. Our attitude towards it is indifferent or insensitive. The well also symbolizes our self-development and education in the fundamental truths of life. The I Ching guides us through the hidden world that parallels and mirrors the external life, a world that may be seen in meditation and sometimes in dreams. Receiving the hexagram means that we should develop ourselves through making a keener effort to understand the fundamentals of human behavior. Above all, we must not remain locked in the conventional view of the way things work. A person whose well is being lined has not yet come to a sufficient understanding of these fundamentals to relate to others in a constructive way. Consequently, he can do nothing for others. Good character is here compared to a clean, dependable, well-built, well-dispensing an abundant supply of pure water. The image of an old well that has been cleaned suggests that anyone, regardless of their degree of decadence to which he has succumbed, may still nourish others beneficially and thereby give meaning to his life, provided he will only develop himself to follow the good in an enduring way. just as water drawn from a good well is clear and pure, so must we hold to what is true and pure in our natures and cultivate the water like virtues of sincerity, simplicity, and serenity. In this regard, we are counseled to hold to the essential and let go of the trivial, so that we may avoid becoming entangled in issues that do not concern us. Receiving this hexagram often indicates that a hidden doubt inhibits our learning from the I Ching. While the I Ching provides a means to tap universal truth, we need to ask what we are hoping it will say. To benefit from its counsel, we need to be free of personal, selfish motives and preconceived ideas. We should search inmost thoughts for self-indulgent, self-satisfied, and self-important feelings that would cause us to bypass truth, self-development. I'm going to read that one more time. We should search our inmost thoughts for self-indulgent, self-satisfied, or self-important feelings that would cause us to bypass true self-development or ruin the work we have achieved. We may think the I Ching path is the same as all other spiritual paths. In thinking we already know, we are unable to grasp what it is really saying. Through such thoughts, our ego, in the form of pride, keeps us aloof from learning. Another message implicit in the well is that fundamental human nature is like the classic well. However, culture, politics, and tradition alter through the ages. Human nature, like the classic well, remains the same. It can always be counted on to respond to the power of inner truth. Moreover, drawing water from the well suggests the correct way to draw on the inherent goodness in human nature. Obviously, each person's well will be in a different condition, depending on what he does with his opportunities for self-development. In spite of these differences, if we see in him only inferior things, we will be unable to connect with his potential for good. If we are put off by externals, we will be unable to reach the humanity that lies deep within him. There is always something good on which we can draw if we will only remain patient and open-minded. This does not mean that we should accept fellowship under incorrect conditions. It means that a creative attitude helps others free themselves from the dominance of their inferior man. Changing line number 1. One does not drink the mud of the well. Mud symbolizes involvement with trivialities of externals. Oh, forgive me. I'm going to begin again there with changing line number 1. One does not drink the mud of the well. Mud symbolizes involvement with trivialities or externals, such as irritation at the way a person dresses or presents himself. It is a throwaway of self to dwell on another person's petty negative qualities. In a similar way, we should not dwell on the unpleasant situation we have had to endure. It is past. We should let it go and go on our way. To concentrate on negatives is to drink the mud of the well. Changing line number 2. At the well hole, one shoots fishes. The jug is broken and leaks. The jug refers to our inner container for nourishment and to the quality of good that can be achieved in a situation. If we doubt that we can achieve the goal, if we doubt that we can achieve our goal through following the path, the jug is broken, and even though we draw good nourishment from the well, it leaks out and is useless. Doubt enters because we are irresolute or careless. In abandoning our path, the potential for good that could have been achieved is lost. Fish symbolizes inferior ideas. The presence of desire and pride prevent us from judging other people's mistakes moderately. We realize that they are potentially good, but we concentrate on their bad qualities. Coming to the well to shoot the fish also means that we come in search of wrong answers, or that we are asking wrong questions, such as in Hexagram number 6, conflict. For an explanation of questions of inner conflict. Okay, I'm going to go back just a bit here. Come to the well to shoot the fish also means that we come in search of wrong answers, or that we are asking questions. Instead of looking to the essence of the matter, we pay attention to peripherals. This line also refers to times when we come to the well with disgruntled attitude, suspecting that it might give us an incomprehensible or disagreeable answer, or we accept only the answers we want to hear. Truth is never disappointing when we perceive it. It is accompanied by a sense of relief and joy. Changing line number 3. The well is cleaned, but no one drinks from it. In spite of understanding things correctly, we cling to traditional defenses. The king, our inner self, is not clear-minded enough to trust and draw on rich inner resources, such as asking for help, trusting the unknown, and persevering in allowing ourselves to be led docilely and receptively. The I Ching wisdom is trustworthy. No one will drink water. No one will drink the water of our well if we ourselves do not drink from it. Again, no one will drink the water of our well if we ourselves do not drink it. Changing line number 4. The well is being lined. This line may refer to ourselves, to another, or to a situation. It means the time is not ripe to achieve our goals. It is important that we spend this time in self-development. If this line refers to another person, it indicates that we can really trust that he will succeed once his well is being lined. Through his work on himself and through his relationship to the higher power. Changing line number 5. In the well, there is a clear, cold spring. It is not enough to draw the water of the well, for it to be forgive me, I'm going to begin again. Changing line number 5. In the well, there is a clear, cold spring. It is not enough to draw the water of the well. For it to be of use, we must drink it. If we have doubts about the I Ching and its way, it cannot work for us. We can only make knowledge ours by accepting the hazard of depending on it, and by putting it to the test of experience. It is important, therefore, not to get caught up in dreading the future or in anticipating negative situations. We should keep our mind innocent and free and allow ourselves to be guided by the unknown. Changing line number 6. One draws from the well without hindrance. It is dependable. The hindrances to understanding are overcome. Through understanding the truth of the matter and correcting ourselves, we are able to bear with mistakes of others. So again, through understanding the truth of the matter and correcting ourselves, we are able to bear with the mistakes of others. In knowing that their mistakes are like ours, caused by hidden fears and misconceptions, we are able to be compassionate. This ends hexagram number 48.